My 3 fashion don'ts would be, number 1, flip-flops. And I mean like the old school, Old Navy's styrofoam, split-toed, 97-cent flip-flops. Number 2 would be wearing silver jewelry when you have on gold accent. Just like mixing the two. And I think number 3 would probably be your undergarments. We don't want to see your panty lines when you have on your tights. Or your bra straps when you have on a certain top. So yeah, that's my fashion don'ts.
So welcome back to the Wind Down. Today I have Taylor with me, and Taylor has a brand called Tailored Styling Services. She's a stylist in the city.
Yes.
How did you get into the whole styling?
It really started when I was younger. Like, I really used to play dress up all the time.
I hear that a lot with stylists.
Yeah, like all the time. But to be honest, actually, when I was in high school, I was kind of like a tomboy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't like to get my hair done. Mm-hmm. But I still was like into fashion, but I was more into like street fashion. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I used to play dress up all the time, and it just like it was a way to, I feel like, to express yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of
yeah.
So once I got into college, I would do weird things like dye my hair, cut my hair.
I do remember you dyeing your hair. Like you had a purple at one point, didn't you?
Yeah, I had purple, blonde, red, like blue, black. And it's just like, I feel like that's all a part of fashion too.
Yeah,
just like expressing yourself. And yeah, that was pretty much what it was. So now I'm just like.
But you went to school to be a psychologist, right? What was your major?
Actually, I started off, I wanted to be a surgeon. I wanted to be a brain surgeon.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that how you ended up at Dillard?
Yeah, that's how I ended up.
Were you in STEM?
Yes.
You were in STEM because I used to see you a lot.
STEM.
Yeah.
What was the teacher name that I did? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah.
That were. STEM was just a very hard program. You had to be like very dedicated. But you switched over to.
I switched over to mass comm.
Oh, mass communications. I don't know why I thought you were psychology.
No.
Okay. So does the fashion world fit into mass communication?
So that's what I want. Like what I still want to do. It's very hard living in New Orleans, but
yeah.
So what I want to get into is fashion marketing. So I have a major in mass communication. Mm-hmm. My concentration is public relations, and I have a minor in marketing. So I'm just still trying to figure out. I feel like I got a degree for nothing.
I feel like a lot of people feel like I wouldn't say a lot of people feel that way, but if you go to college, you need to keep going to college in order to like really utilize your degree.
Yeah.
And I was watching a video from The Breakfast Club. I can't remember the guy's name, but it was like an Asian. He's running for president, and he was saying within the next 50 years, 30 to 50 years, Black people are going to be unemployed because computers are going to be taking over, and it's going to affect like the poor the most, which is like the African American Spanish community. So does our college degrees really matter at that point in 50 years?
I don't even feel like it matters right now.
Yeah, it is hard. Most of my friends graduated from college. I think I'm the only one actually that didn't graduate from college, and they're all working regular jobs like me, which is really crazy. Except for 2 of them, they're nurses. But other than that,
yeah, like it's so like right now I do. I'm a visual merchandiser, but that's still like like it's in my field, but it's not what I want to do. Like my goals are like way up.
But that's what your 20s are made of, right? I don't think unless you start off like a college-inner who parents have money or whatever, and so she had like a perfect start. But most people in their 20s, they don't have it together. It's when you hit like,
I guess it's like added pressure like on myself that I put on myself because like I'm a mom, and like a wife, and it's like I need to have my career like now because it's like
I think it'll happen. I just think in our 20s we rush it so much.
Yeah.
So speaking of you being a mom, I love Marley. I love her and I need to meet her. And I was like tempted to say like, can you bring her to the wine down? But I know kids, she'd have been running all over the place. But
she would have told others.
So how is it like being a mom? I think we talked about this in Felipe's one day when you found out like you were pregnant. Was it an initial like, oh my God, I'm so happy? Or were you like kind of nervous at first?
So honestly, so I got pregnant when I had just graduated college. Like,
really?
Yes. Like I remember,
but you did it right.
I remember the night it happened. That might be too much.
You remember the night it happened?
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna talk about that.
Okay.
But yeah, it was the night of my graduation party.
Are you serious?
Yes. And it's like, so I'm gonna be totally honest and blunt.
Okay.
I took a Plan B pill.
And it didn't work.
And it didn't work.
I think we talked about that. The Plan B didn't
like, I'm in the 1%. Like, I
oh my God. Did you take it right away though? Was it?
So, I took it maybe, it was less than 12 hours because it was like at nighttime. And then we were leaving to go to Houston the next morning. And before we got on the road, like 5, 6 o'clock.
So you met the window
yeah.
in order to take the Plan B?
I was in the window because the window is actually 3 days. It's like, what, 72?
Yeah. And like the sooner you take it, the faster it works. So you took it pretty soon. It just wasn't meant for. It just wasn't meant.
Wasn't meant, but whatever. I don't.
Yeah.
Marley is the best thing ever.
Yeah, she's the cutest. She is the cutest. I love her so much.
Thank you.
Did you like when you after you had her? I know a lot of people go to like postpartum depression. I work in a hospital, so I hear a lot of patients schedule like postpartum visits.
Yeah.
Did you go through postpartum?
I did. The day that I came home from the hospital, I kept crying and I couldn't hold her. Like I kept telling my mom, like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I can't hold her. Like I don't even want to touch her.
Yeah.
And so I had to go and see my doctor. Like I would have really bad dreams, like about harming myself, about harming her. So I had to do a little bit. Like they tried to get me on pills, but I'm not a big pill taker. So I really just prayed a lot. That's really what helped me.
But most they don't show that part of like mommy life.
No.
When you see mommy life being portrayed on social media, this is the best thing that ever happened to me, and I miss being pregnant and blah blah blah. But they never show like the postpartum sides of it or the sleepless nights of it. You barely hear people talk about that, or the horrible pregnancy, like nausea or whatever. So for me, I'm completely terrified. Too. I am completely terrified of having a baby. I'm terrified of being pregnant. I am terrified.
It's really the most beautiful thing.
And I don't identify as like a mom. And I guess, I mean, it's normal because I'm not a mom, but most girls can say, I want children. I remember my sister growing up, she had kid names written down in a book. I don't feel motherly. As much as I love children, I just don't feel very motherly.
I watch you with your nephew.
Yes.
And I'm like,
I love children, but to have one of my own to actually be like responsible for one, I think I'm just like so on the go. Like, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Well, it's understandable right now because when I got pregnant, we were about to move to Dallas. Like I had to stop everything.
Oh, and you just bought a house here?
Yeah.
No more Dallas?
I don't know. I still want to move though because I just like back to talking about the jobs. Like I feel like I'm not gonna be able to. And I hate to say that because at my mixers I talk about like trying to not have that mindset of you can't, but it's so hard out here. Like
the job market.
The job market is so hard.
I agree, but we're a smaller city than Dallas or any other city, honestly. So it makes sense that we don't have like the job potential that all the other cities have. But everyone makes New Orleans seem like it's just such a negative place to live.
But I don't think it's a negative place to live. I just think as far as my career, unless, which I pray, I can make my mixers like a big thing. And it's just like it'll take me off. And
so when's the next mixer though?
It's going to be this year around the same time. It's always like August. September, something like that. I'm actually trying to scout out my panel right now.
So you don't want the same people every year? It's gonna be like different people.
Every year it's gonna be like different people, and I think I actually want to make this year like themed. I'm not sure yet, but like I kind of want to dedicate it, not dedicate it, but I want it to be more based upon street style, I think.
So does everyone have to come?
No, you can still wear, like, you can still, so the whole thing about it is that I want you to come and express your inner, like, style, your, whatever you feel like, you know, is your, express yourself. But I just want, like, as far as, like, my panel, I want to kind of, like, just talk about more street fashion and street style.
Do you know Ryan, my friend? Okay, he's like my best friend. You can say I've been friends with him since like forever. Since like 10th grade year of high school. He was always into like the fashion world, the film world, photography. I'm gonna post it. Red Ryan X. But he literally picked up Red.
Yeah, okay.
He literally picked up and moved. He said that he was moving to New York. He didn't have a job when he left. He just picked up and moved, and he is making a great living for himself. But it seems like you just have to take that leap of faith and just do everything you said you want to do.
Yeah.
So I was tweeting about the breastfeeding topic, right?
I was like, nah, no, she didn't watch it.
I kind of just was like, okay, it's either I'm gonna keep expressing myself, and if I do that, I'm gonna start fussing with somebody. Right, and I'm not a mom, so like I really don't have like a solid platform. I don't think we were gonna fuss though. Not you know, but like people started getting offended. People
I didn't even see people like
people
tweeting you back.
Yes, they were getting very offended. So I was like, you know what? I'm changing my life. I'm not about to sit here and like fuss with y'all on Twitter for absolutely nothing.
Right.
I think we're all entitled to opinion, but I was talking about how new moms, they want you to see them breastfeeding their kids. Like I think it's like, look at me, I'm breastfeeding. This is so cool. But moms don't feel that way. Like my friend Loso, she was just like, it's not really that.
Cool, though.
I get it, but why post it? Like why post the child with the nipple in the mouth? Like what's the big?
Now see, I don't know. Like I guess I can't answer that, but I guess I feel like it's nothing.
It's not a big deal.
Like just like we can say, well, what's the big deal when we posting our wine glass? So what's the big deal about posting? Like it's just like that's how like second nature it is to a mom. Like a normal thing that you would post. That's normal.
Breastfeeding is like a normal thing
that we would post. It's not like, oh, look at my nipple. It's
like a movement to me. It's almost like a movement.
It really is a movement. Like it's really like, I don't know. It's the most beautiful thing to me. I don't know. When I stopped breastfeeding, I was kind of sad.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't wait to become a mom. I can't wait, but I can't wait to see like how my perspective changes on things, because now I'm just kind of like, I don't want no children. I'm not interested in having kids. I don't see me being a mom, but I'm sure once it gets to that point, like everything will change.
And I have a funny breastfeeding story. Well, it's not really a breastfeeding story. I was in Miami. I went to Miami. Marley was born January 2017. It was Rolling Loud in Miami. I think it was like the first year. And I went. And I was still breastfeeding at the time. But I had like pumped enough, saved my milk, put it in the freezer. And so we went to Miami. It was like me, my sister, and some of my friends. And we went out one night. And when you don't pump,
your breast milk was coming out.
Your breasts get full. And I had to go and self-express my breasts in the club.
Self-express?
Yes. Like that's like, okay, like, you know how like you milk in the club?
Are you serious? In the club? In the bathroom?
In the bathroom. Because they were so, like, they get so full to where it gets hard and it hurts.
I remember my sister when she had my nephew, she would like cry about like how bad her breasts would hurt.
Yeah.
So you had to go in the bathroom.
I had to go in the bathroom and self-express.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
How long though? How long did you have to?
Just until I get some relief. Like just to get enough out to where like they're not like
See, and they don't talk about stuff like that. No, they don't expose that to like the mom life. They make it seem like I had a beautiful pregnancy. I didn't go through any nausea. I didn't go through any mood swings.
They be lying.
No postpartum. I just had this baby and life is just great.
I went through mood swings. I was nauseous, throwing up, miserable. Everything. But it still was beautiful.
No thank you to the kids. I love your kid though.
I can't wait to come to your baby shower.
I love other people's kids, but no kids for me. So some of the wind down topics, we're going to get into that. What were we talking about this week on the wind down? You're married, so some of these that we just really can't discuss. But let's see. One of the questions was if you're like with the whole social media and posting like your boyfriend, you have a husband. Do you agree that there's no correlation between posting your partner on social media and love? Like, he doesn't have to prove that he loves you to social media, or he doesn't have to post you to be proud of you type.
I feel like you don't have to post me like all willy-nilly.
Yeah, all the time.
But if you never post me,
that's a problem.
It's a problem.
I think so too.
Like, first of all, you gotta think about how big social media is, and we post everything that we like.
Everything else, right?
So if you're not posting me, then what is it?
I agree, and I do find it strange, in my opinion, when I see couples and the girl has him like all over her page. You can see them. She's in love. She loves her boyfriend, and then you go to his page and she's not there.
Yeah.
I do find that. I mean, I don't think it's so important, but like you said, we share so much of our lives with social media. We post our food. We post other people's posts.
Yes.
So like, I do think it's a form of expression. We're just at that point in life now. You know, in this generation, social media is important. So I do think like it's important to show your love.
Definitely. Like if you never post me, I don't do that.
Yeah, I don't think it's like grounds to break up over.
No.
But how do you handle that?
I do think it's like like you have the little person on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Talking like, it's definitely one of those moments like, okay girl, like you posting him every time he never posts you, like what's the problem? Now I can understand if he's not a big social media, like his last post was in 2019. His last post was February 2018.
Yeah.
Okay, I can understand.
He's not a social media person.
Right.
But if he is that person.
If you posting your food, you posting your sneakers, and you posting, hello, I need to be, at least put me on the story.
But how do you handle that though? And I think that's what makes it so awkward, because it's like, is that an argument we're having?
It seems like a petty argument, but, and I think that's also like, I feel like if it's, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Like, I feel like, okay, if I am the only person, if I am your girlfriend, if I'm your whatever, and you never post me, and I bring it up, and you make it out of a big issue, then that's an even bigger issue.
Yeah.
Like,
but okay, I agree, 100%. But how do you go from, okay, like, I find it a problem that you don't post me on your social media, right? I approach him. Oh, why don't you ever post me? Blah blah blah. It becomes an argument. He throws out the famous mail line or whatever. I don't be on social media like that, or I don't like social media in my business. Is it grounds to break up over your boyfriend with? If he ultimately just does not post you? Do you become like less secure if he never posts you? Of course you may stop posting him. I might just say, well, I'm just not gonna post him. He don't post me. But is that always like an insecurity, or should it be?
As crazy as it sounds, I feel like ultimately it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But it will be.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
it's just like,
okay, you gonna approach him about it, and then he's gonna say what you said, and then you're gonna stop posting him, but you're gonna want to post him.
Right, exactly.
And then it's gonna be an argument, because you're gonna end up feeling some type of way about it, and it's gonna be known, or at least he's gonna be able to recognize that, okay, it's an issue. And then if he still feels how you feel, it's just gonna be a never-ending
argument,
and it could ultimately end to breakup. Yeah, which is
because
crazy.
It leads into other things. It leads into like other insecurities, like, are you not proud of me, or are you ashamed of me, blah blah blah, whatever that case is. And then it's, are you talking to someone? What are you? But I just think, for me, in love, if we're so in love, why not be happy in love? Why not show that love?
You can't tell the world. Yeah. The closest way to telling the world is social media.
Yeah. But your boyfriend was with R. Kelly at one time. your husband, not your. He was your boyfriend at the time, but he was like.
But you don't remember that?
Yes, I remember literally Wizard Kelly.
But see, that was different. Okay, it was funny because I'm 5'1", 5'2".
Yeah.
He's 6'3".
He's literally out of the frame for the most part.
So like he really doesn't even make the picture. Like I can't even get my full
Unless,
outfit.
like, you're from like the breast up, then you
like I
might
can't
be able
even
to
get my full
yeah.
outfit.
Yeah.
But it was just like a funny little like, you know, and he wasn't my boyfriend yet. So that's why he was Wizard Kelly.
But okay, so how do you naturally go from without like discussion? Was it just a regular thing like, oh, he takes pictures of me and he posts me, or I don't know. Me and my relationship, we were right when social media started, so I never got to experience like the process of like dating and then social media and then so like is it just like a natural flow of things?
Yeah, or? I think it's just something that just like happens like. So like I actually think he posted me first, but I was posting Wizard Kelly first.
Yeah.
Like I was posting.
He was there, but no one
knew who he was. And then like I think it was like one night, and this was too like when social media, because I remember like we had like mad filters. Like it was like the old Instagram where you would get like 13 likes and that would be like that would be like you popping. Yeah. But I think he came over one night, we was making cookies. It was like just like a random little picture. My mom took a picture of us making cookies and he posted it. And I was like, oh,
okay,
right.
so this is it. Like, yeah.
Alright, so you don't have to be Wizard Kelly no more. So that's just like it just happened like naturally.
Yeah. I see a lot of girls tweet though, you know, I'm not posting a man that doesn't post me, or now women just feel like I'm not posting a man ever. Like they just feel like it's room for other people to like come into your life.
Yeah. And I think it's so crazy like how social media is like such a big impact, because like when I see people that like tweet like that, I think deeper. Like I feel like it's a reason why they feel like they're like, it's maybe because they've been through that situation of being with a guy that never posted.
Yeah, and, that's what I was about to say. It's a deeper thing.
Yeah,
you know, you're putting up this wall or this front for social media. Like it doesn't bother you, but something exactly something happened to make you feel this way. Yeah. But if you were to get like a new guy to come along and actually do those things, I can guarantee they will like be all for it.
Yeah, definitely.
So we had the correlation between social media and marriage. Do you have a unpopular
opinion about
dating?
I don't think I do. I don't know.
So I was told that you're married, but I'm not. Right?
Okay.
So give me some advice.
Okay.
I was told that I should go through a whole phase.
Okay.
A whole phase could mean different things. It's not always sexual, from what I've been told. Like someone explained it to me a little further or a little deeper. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to have sex with every man or a lot of men. It just means that you need to date. You know, like date. There's nothing wrong with dating like multiple people at one time.
I definitely feel like you should date. I mean, that's the only way you're gonna get to find.
But more than one at a time. But if you're dating one, that's a relationship, isn't it?
No, not if y'all dating. I mean, I don't.
It's not a relationship, but like you're setting yourself up for.
You are. Like, I get what
because it's
you're
like
saying,
you're just dating this one guy, so all your hopes are into him. All your expectations are into him.
It should be okay, but so if you dating this one guy, is he only dating you?
That's the thing. In most cases, no, right?
Right.
Most realistically, no.
Yeah, realistically, no. So I feel like if that's the like, if you guys are like, okay, I'm only dating you, then that's a relationship, really. Yeah. But if he's only dating you and you're only, then okay, yeah, don't do your little thing. But if he's going through, okay, I'm dating you, but I'm still seeing other people, then I feel like you should.
Well, I'm just single. So it's just kind of like. Is a whole phase appropriate? Like, is a whole phase something that every woman should kind of go through to find out what they like and don't like?
I'm not gonna say that. I just feel like
it's 50-50 right now.
Yeah, I feel like you do what you want.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's so cliche, but you only have one life. Like, if you want to just date this one person for the rest of your life, do that. If you want to go through your whole phase, do that.
And ultimately, nobody has to know, right? That was one of the
Yeah.
the inputs from someone on Instagram. Nobody has to know.
Nobody has to know.
I don't know about a whole face. I just feel like I'm in my head all the time. Like 2 is disappointing Whitley. If that makes sense. Like 2 different people. Like 2 and Whitley. I'm disappointing like my true self if I do certain things. So I don't do certain things because I feel like I'm not being true to myself.
Well, I feel like you should just let whatever happens just happen naturally. Like if you just happen to be dating 2 or 3 guys at one time,
What's the problem?
then hey. Like,
But men think that you're being a hoe. Like you're literally being like a real hoe, not the whole phase hoe.
and I don't agree with double standards. I mean, I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't agree with.
Because they do it all the time. They do it. They've been doing it their whole life, actually.
And I feel like double standards is just. It's not even really double standards. It's just an excuse.
Yeah.
And I feel like you do what you want.
I'm trying. And so I asked every guest about the whole looks thing. You know, and I'm sure you heard about like my type. Do you think looks matter?
No, tell me your type. What's your type too?
My type is tall, handsome, athletic.
Okay, yeah, I did know that.
Yeah.
I do think everybody.
I just need a looker. So do you think like that matters? Looks?
I do. I remember one of your questions. I think that was last week's questions where you were asking about the looks, and it's like I remember somebody saying, like an ugly person might even get
my attention. Yeah. So, I literally just read that yesterday,
and I kind of
reread that.
feel the same way, and I felt like, felt the same
way.
Yeah.
You
know, like no, like you wouldn't even get.
I guess not ugly, but like let's just say. Like there's this guy. He's potentially everything I like in a man. Right. Let's just be honest. But he doesn't look the way I want him to look. So I completely ignore him. But when I'm around him, I'm always in my head like, oh my God, this boy is exactly what I want. You know what I mean? So because he does not look the way, right. And so that's why my friend is like, you're going to be a 40-year-old hoe because you have too many rules. And like, you're admitting to me. She got so mad when I finally like came out and told her like, this guy might actually be the one for me. But like, I'm stopping myself. I sabotage a lot of stuff. And so I sabotage the thing with him, but he doesn't look the way I want him to look. So.
I mean, we all have our own. I mean, then you got to think about kids. But I heard a pretty girl and
I posted that too. I posted that pretty ugly people make pretty babies, but what if I'm the fucking one with the ugly baby? You know, and then some traits are like so strong.
So you're not.
And then once you're in love, you're in love. Like it doesn't matter if his nose is big or if you know what I mean. So then now I'm fucking over my child. Right?
Mama has a huge nose, and Marley knows, like, it looks like his nose, but I think it's the cutest thing.
Yeah.
See, so, like, it's like.
But it's yours, yes. See what I'm saying? But you start, like, once you're in love, you start to accept things that, like, the not in love you would.
I can't talk about nobody's nose, though.
Okay, let's just say, or like nappy hair. A man with nappy hair. I have pretty hair.
But you have pretty hair.
But my child might come out with nappy fucking hair. So like traits don't matter. Traits just if you're in love, if this man treats you the way, traits don't matter. This is always a complicated subject. It is a complicated. Like, I ask all my guests because I'm on a journey. If y'all don't understand why I ask pretty much this same question for every guest, I'm on a journey to kind of like find